former Vice President Mike Pence was on Face the Nation this weekend, and he said he is not going to be endorsing his old boss in the upcoming election. Take a look.
The fact that the president continues to insist that I had the right to overturn the election that day is a fundamental difference. But I want to be clear that, I've forgiven the president in my heart for what happened that day. The reason that I cannot in good conscience endorse Donald Trump this year also has to do with the fact that he is walking away not just from keeping faith with the Constitution on that day, but also, Margaret, with a commitment to fiscal responsibility, a commitment to the sanctity of life, a commitment to American leadership in the world.
Can you be persuaded, if he changes tax, to vote for him? Would you vote for him?
I won't be endorsing Donald Trump this year.
So how much weight is this going to hold with voters?
I don't think it'll hold that much. I mean, if you look at the statistics, and you know this, endorsements rarely move the needle. Most people have decided on who they're going to vote for, and maybe some of those that have lower information, I think you call them low information voters, perhaps if he says this over and over again closer to the election, maybe it will sway some folks. He also said during the same interview that he would not vote for Biden. And so my question is, if you're not going to vote for Trump and you won't vote for Biden, how are you being helpful here? Like, I think Pence is a good man. I think he's a man of faith. I think we've had him on the show. Have we? No, we had his daughter on the show. But I wish he would have even gone further, because he raised his hand at that August debate and said that he would vote for Trump. And now he's come around, but I wanted even more, because he was the vice president who Trump's supporters wanted to lynch and hang.
But I don't want to undercount the significance of this. To me, this should have been front page of all news. This has not happened in modern history, that a sitting vice president refused to endorse the president he served under. And I think we have to look at both the historic context and the political moment. Pence coming out, this is a person who's been in the conservative movement before anyone even talked about Donald Trump in politics. There are people like me all over the country who trust him. They think he's a man of faith. He's likely who brought them around to Trump in 2016. And for him to say this, I mean, I teared up when I saw it, because I said on the show, nothing will break my heart more than if Mike Pence endorses Donald Trump. And he didn't, because he knows better than anyone this man is historically unfit and he's dangerous. And quickly, I want to say, I think world affairs played a role in this too. Donald Trump refusing to support Ukraine. I met with the former president of Ukraine with Vice President Pence. I've been to Poland to visit our troops. I've been to NATO meetings with him. He fundamentally sees this as a tide-changing moment in a generation.
Now, Mike Pence, who used to be the vice president for President Donald Trump when he was in office, he came along and said that he was not going to endorse President Donald Trump. And the women in the View gave their own review, their own opinion about that. According to them, Mike Pence is an evangelical and is a man of faith. According to Anna Howie, he has been wondering why such a person who come and stood for such a person like President Donald Trump, who is bold, according to Anna, and said he has sexual assault on him, and he's not even ashamed. He's bold to say how he assault women boldly without even being shameful. Why would somebody like Mike Pence come and endorse him? So she's been wondering that what's happening to Mike Pence. According to Mike Pence, and he has forgiven President Donald Trump for what happened in the 6th of January. He has nothing against him, but he's not just going to endorse for him. According to the women in the View, they say that because Mike Pence, his life was in danger with his family, what happened in January 6th, and that's why he's scared. And according to him, President Donald Trump does not follow the Constitution. Even physically, President Donald Trump is just doing what the Constitution said they should not do, and he's not even having any protocol, any direction. He just moves according to his instinct. He doesn't even think before he moves, according to the women in the View, what Mike Pence said. According to the women in the View, they will prefer Mike Pence, considering that Mike Monroe, they talk about that President Donald Trump insulted him, that his wife is ugly, but yet they talk about Chris, about he voted also. Chris was with Nikki Haley, But before you know it, after Nikki Haley dropped out, Chris went immediately and went and endorsed President Donald Trump. Basically, you have people like Tim Scott who have endorsed him. So basically, President Donald Trump, they are very happy with what, according to women in view, they are very enlightened with what, according to the women of view, they are very happy with what Mike Pence have just done. That Mike Pence has really done well for himself. Mike Pence has made the right decision. To them, basically, they say that it doesn't really affect the election, because except Mike Pence will come like towards the election and come and say what they say now, because most people have already decided who they will vote for. Most people want to vote. They already know who they will vote for, so nothing can change their mind. But if Mike Pence come towards the end and do it again, those people who are not very stable might vote for him. So basically, that's what the women in the views are saying. According to the women in the view, according to Whoopi, who always say that all this is happening, but there's one thing she always insists on, that the viewers, the voters, they know who to vote for. They are seeing the one who is changing the economic. You cannot even tell people what to do, but people know the right thing to do. That they are responsible. Even pulling will not even help. But on that day of voting, they should go out and vote, because they can't rely on those that have to vote. They talk about Mike Pence say he will not vote for Donald Trump. He will not vote for President Biden. They did not support that. At least they say Mike Pence have to choose one person to vote for. He cannot but just be neutral, because he wants a better country. If everybody decide like what he's deciding, that they will not vote for nobody, then who is going to vote for somebody? So Mike Pence have to decide to be one side, to be on another side. He cannot just be a neutral person. He has to decide which side he will be on. He cannot just say, I will not vote for President Donald Trump, I will not vote for President Biden. He has to vote for one person. At least he cannot. If everybody behave like him, it means who is going to rule the country. So basically, that was one advice they want to know who you're voting for, which way you're walking. So basically, what do you think? Do you think made the right decision not to endorse President Donald Trump or not? Let me see your suggestion on the comment section. The way I also talk about Mike Pence, that will be the first time that the vice president will not endorse the president. And they say that will be the first time the president also want to endanger the vice president with all his family. Basically, let me see your own point of view. What do you think? Do you think Mike Pence is right not to endorse Donald Trump? Let me see your own reason. Let me see the reason why on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.